Hi everyone, sorry I'm late with this. This is the Safari Sunrise Tournament. I'm about to play my opening round here, so I need to get some content out here before this kind of gets erased here. So if you want to go over and check the tournament we played before, we played these particular holes once before during the summer major. So if you want to look over that tournament, you might have some better content in there, because I haven't had much time to look at this, but I'll put out this content, and if you want to look out that as well, you can look it up. So let's get started. Hole number one. Alright, this is hole number one. This is a par 4. Let's take a look at how I played this one. I can't even remember myself. It's been a couple of days. I think I went trying something different here. Playing the left hand side. Generally I played the right hand side. If you look at the summer major, you'll see we played the right hand side. So with this particular shot, I'm just playing the blue touch in the rough. One top, max right. Played this at plus 10 elevation. So what we're going to do with the second shot here is we're going to go with a rough bump. So if you want, you can mark down the yardage here. 319. Let's take a look at the second shot. Now here's the second shot. I haven't found this rough bump to be that good, so I may go back to how I played this in the summer major tournament on the right hand side. But I thought I'd put this out anyways, just to show you that there's other ways to play this hole. So we played this at 0% elevation. Looks like full top, 4 right spin. Now we got it lined up right up with the hole here, and we played it at 0%. I believe we played max distance, but it looks like the mistake we made on this hole is you might have to just push it up far enough. I think it died before the hole here. Yeah, going right at it. So it looks like you just got to move the target just a little bit further ahead. So it actually might not be too bad of a way to play it. So that's hole 1. Alright, we're back for hole number 2. Par 5. Quarterback 8. We're playing this at the plus 10 yard marker. And we're going to 3 top, full right. Red touch in the rough. I don't know why it says plus 2 yards. It should be plus 10. And if you're using a quarterback 9 or quarterback 10, it should be plus 6 yards. That's how I played this, I believe. So 3 top, max right, red touch in the rough, 10%, max distance, half. Well, actually outside ball, outside adjustment circle.
Great shot.
We did hit a great ball here. Still don't have any problems at all. You can mark down the yardage if you want. That's shot number 1. Now I believe we did have some success with this hole during the summer major. So if you want to look back on my videos here, because I forget how I played it, I'm going to probably look back myself. This is shot number 2. We played this at 20% elevation. Big dog because it has the most distance. Accuracy ain't that great, but you really need the distance on your second shot here. So 20% elevation. Making sure that we're going to clear the sand trap and the rough here. That's why I went with just a tick of top spin, just to make sure we're going to clear that sand trap. I know you don't need much left spin on this, I believe from memory. So this is 20% elevation.
Perfect shot.
This is a par 5, so that'll leave you a pretty easy eagle putt there. So that's hole number 2. Alright, we're back for hole number 3. How do we play this one? Navigator? Rough bump? Navigator to cut down the wind, because we don't need much side spin, if any, on this particular hole. I believe we went 1.5 back. We did have success with this hole in the semi-major as well. I think we went with a marlin in that. You can see we got it lined up right at the hole. 1.5 backspin. This is 0% elevation, is what I actually went here.
Perfect shot.
Yeah, 0%, 1.5, ball guide at the hole. Max distance. That's hole 3. Alright, we're back for this. You can play this straight ahead, or you can play it to the right. I believe if you look at my summer major replays, we played this to the right. The wind is a little bit different here. I figured it'd be favorable to go this route for the second shot. We'd have a nice straight tailwind almost shot. So that's why I chose this one. Although I may go back to the other route. We'll take a look. This is a navigator here. Cut down the wind. 10% elevation, we played this. Max top. I believe I said 10%. Alright, we're back for shot number 2. We went with our trusty Kingfisher. Has a high accuracy here and a fairly good ball guide. It looks like we played this at max distance. There's 0% elevation. So the first shot was 10%. This shot is 0%. Ball guide directly right at the hole.
Perfect shot.
And there you have it. You can also get an eagle from that side. I wanted to show you that. So that's hole 4. Let's go to hole 5. Alright, we're back for hole 5. Let's take a look at this one here. This is a par 3. I'm not sure how we played this during the summer major. I'm going to have to look at that too. I haven't had no time to do anything here, so I just went right at her during this tournament. Okay, what did we do here? 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. We played a marlin, 1.5 back, 1.5 to the left. I believe this shot works. Just look at the front part of your ball guide. Line it up with the hole the best way you can. Looks like we got the second balance right in the middle of the fringe here. If you take a look at that, line the ball guide up right up with the hole. Go 1.5 back, 1.5 left, and played this at 0%. I think the red target is touching the rough as well. 0% and max distance.
Perfect shot.
We didn't get a hole-in-one here, but I believe I did get a hole-in-one, so this works. I just didn't line the ball guide up directly right at the hole like I needed to. But I know that shot works. Alright, we're back to take a look at hole number 6. This is a par 5. We're going to go with an extra mile here, I believe. And a quasar. Yeah, quasar. We want the right spin here, so that's why I chose this. Plus we got a touch of a tailwind to help us. That wind push just a little bit. Kind of a cross tailwind there. So we're not worried about the elevation here. It's just a matter of overpower. Of course you can use a Titan here, but why waste your Titans if you don't have to? If you got a lower end extra mile, then use the Titan. Here's shot number 2. We played this at 0% elevation. Now we're trying to find the distance here. Looks like we're going to be pretty close to a minimum distance. Now I know I had success during the summer major on this, so I might review this hole. It's just a matter of lining that ball guide up properly with the hole. So if you can do that, you can get a albatross on here.
Perfect shot.
Now you're going to have to take a look back at what my spins were. I believe I went 2 backspin. Looks like we were just a hair out, so if we would have moved it over just a hair more to the right, we would have got that. So if you want to check the video out, that's hole 6. Alright, we're back for hole 7. This here is a par 3. Let's see what we did. We played this at, it's hard to zoom in on this hole, so I chose the Goliath because the rings are bigger. So if you're going to make a mistake, you're better off to be using the Goliath on this. It's easier to adjust. So we got the red touching the rough there, you can see. Now we played this at 20% max. 0.25 backspin and full right spin with a navigator. Now one thing I looked at here is you want to have the, I'm not sure I show it in this video, but I did make a hole-in-one with this shot, so I know it works. So let's take a look at that again. Is we had the white ring actually touches the sand trap here. See the front part of that white ring? It's supposed to touch the sand trap. I don't know if we did it on this particular video. Could be why we missed it. Let's see. Yeah, we're taking a look at it. See, it's not touching the rough. See, we moved it up. That's what we're checking here. And like I said, this is 0.5 back, 2.5 right spin. Line it up the best way you can. Basically, it looks like we were too far with that white ring. Should have been just a hair back. But this is, once again, played at 20% max distance. And I know the shot works as well. As you can see here, we just barely miss it. I also have written down here that the tip of it is actually halfway in the black square. So if you want to look at the tip of the ball guide, I believe it's halfway inside a black square on the green. So that's another thing to look at. Alright, we're back for hole number 8. This is a par 4, fairly easy one if you got higher end extra miles. And you want to use a power 3 ball here. Now you can of course get away with a Titan here, but I chose a Kingmaker because the needle speed slows down. You have a slower needle speed with the Kingmaker. So if we're going to be shooting into overpower, we're better off to use a Kingmaker than a Titan. But if you're low on Kingmakers, of course you can use a Titan. You're just going to have a little bit faster needle speed. So we played this at 10%. Max top.
Great shot.
1 right spin. And you can see how much overpower we put into it. We still hit a great shot and we still turned out nicely. So I believe the wind was, be careful with the wind here too. I think the wind was somewhere around 3.5, yeah, 3 miles per hour. You want to keep it somewhere around that, 3.5, somewhere around that range. So it's just a matter of full top, 1 right. Line that ball guide up right dead center of the fairway there before you start your adjustments. So there, we did that. Now we just adjusted at 10% max distance. We got our spins done. We do our adjustments. We push it up to max, which pretty much was there anyways. Now we just do our overpower. And it looks like it's pretty close to max overpower.
Great shot.
Great to the left, great to the right of, but as long as it's not too far to the great to the left or right, you'll be fine with this particular shot. So once again, that's why I chose a Kingmaker. It's got a slower needle. Of course, it's faster than what it shows in the replay here,
Nice on.
but it's still slower than a Titan. So that's hole number 8, easy eagle. We're back for the final hole. And this is a par 5. And there's only really one way to play this hole, and it's straight ahead. Full top, full right. Titan, we got lots of those here. We got a little bit wider fairway too, so you don't have to use the Kingmaker here. And we're not going to give it full overpower. We're going to go bottom, we're going to go close to full overpower though.
Perfect shot.
This we played at, this was actually 10% elevation if you're worried about the first shot. So that's max top, max right spin. 355 yards. And here's the final shot. We played this at minus 5% elevation. And we're playing this no spin whatsoever. It looks like we were at somewhere around min distance for this particular shot. And the way you want to line this up is the red, I believe, touching the rough. Not really, halfway into the rough. The left edge of the hole, or the flag, is how I play this shot. Left edge, minus 5, 0%, or 0 spin. We hit perfect. And we missed the Albie. But I know you can get it. I believe you might have to have the red touch in the rough, but because I'm not quite sure what I did wrong there. But anyways, that's this Far East Sunrise tournament. Best of luck during this tournament. Thanks very much for watching, folks. Once again, sorry it was late. Be safe out there, and talk to you later.